What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Miami Dolphins defense versus the Jets. Luckily, this video is probably going to come out tomorrow on Wednesday. I have already recorded the offense, which is good. I'm glad I recorded that last night because I already took a shit today, and I ain't trying to deal with more of that. This should be much more enjoyable. Let's get into some of the numbers before we get into the film. Sam Darnold had 197 yards and two interceptions, so he didn't necessarily really kill us. Defense did really well. Frank Gore, yes, he had 74 yards rushing, but he had like 60 at the end of the first half. So we pretty much shut the run game down in the second half pretty effectively. Now, a big part of that is because we were up, but still. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's watch the competent side of the Miami Dolphins. Good right here. Everybody maintained their gaps fairly effectively, so when Frank Gore went to cut back, there wasn't much room to run. And, yeah, we cleaned his ass up. Shaq Lawson. So, yeah. Man coverage. Yeah, crossing route. Yeah, bunch formations with crossing routes, that's going to kill man coverage pretty much every time. See the first two games of the season for more information. Been saying that all year. I would like us to make this tackle a little bit quicker, but I'm not going to say too much. Good job from Siler here, though. He's able to get his hand on Frank Gore there. Slow him up, even though he's got a whole guard in between them. Couldn't make the tackle, but slowed him up. Andrew Van Ginkel on the pressure here. How did he get free? Is he just on the tight end? Yeah. Actually, the tight end did actually a pretty good job not dying on that play up against Andrew Van Ginkel. So, but we did get the pressure. It made him make a bad throw, so I'm not mad at it. Also, I hope Jerome Baker's okay. I know he went down. Yeah. That's just Frank Gore having good vision right there, but ultimately doesn't really matter that much. Sending pressure up the ass. Didn't really get any, though. That was a gorgeous throw. Even with all these people coming in, we just didn't get any penetration, and he just threw it right over the top. Now, what happened to the coverage here? Just gave him too much space. That was Byron. Yeah, Byron just gave him too much space there. Great gap integrity there. Landon Roberts really helped Siler really seal this up, along with Jerome Baker. Just left him absolutely nowhere to go. Good job from Xavier Howard here. Not over pursuing and letting the runner get you in a bad spot. You just stayed patient and made the tackle. I like it. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So Brandon Jones is going to run free. How did Ogba get free? And then we'll get to Lawson there. Okay, he ran free as well. Okay, let's look at Lawson then. Hands inside. Push, push, push. Yeah, defeat the outside hand. Yep. Fantastic. They're just going to have to take the field goal. I appreciate that. That's one. Okay. Okay. No real pressure here. Found a hole in the zone, but they made the tackle quickly. That's pretty much what you're hoping for with zone coverage. Yeah. This was just a good play from Sam Darnold because we did get pressure. Running back picked that up. Let's actually look at this view. Yeah, it's a Landon Roberts that goes free, but Frank Gore saves this play with the Jets. Because Sam Darnold eats that if Frank Gore doesn't stop Landon Roberts. And this is a great block for a running back. Like, look at that. Like, he got low, got his hands inside, and dealt with Landon Roberts. I mean, it doesn't look fantastic because he's a running back, and he still got beat, but it let Sam Darnold get out. It's a good play. I got nothing but respect for Frank Gore. You have to. Great gap integrity. Left him nowhere to go. Once again, absolutely nowhere to go with this ball. Left him no room. Third and 7. Nice. Good coverage. That was it. That was X. Great coverage by Xavier Howard. Kind of what we come to expect at this point. This was just a really good catch. Was that Denzel Mims? Yeah. Denzel Mims, like, he's a really good receiver. Like, he had a pretty productive day against us. This was actually really good coverage by Xavier Howard. He just made a really good catch. And Sam Darnold put this exactly where he gave his guy an opportunity. And Denzel Mims came down with it. I can't really be mad at Xavier Howard there. Because he had pretty much perfect coverage on that play. But Mims is a good receiver. I liked him coming out of the draft as well. job by Zyler there. How'd you get free? Oh, you be... Got one hand inside the chest of Mekhi Becton. He's controlling the inside wrist here. He is going to move Mekhi Becton. He moved Mekhi Becton. Think about that. I'm glad we re-signed him. Now, granted, he might have been moving already to try to block Jerome Baker. That's a possibility, but if you look at his hand there. Oh, man. They don't show that shit on broadcast. Like when you're watching the game live, they don't bring that shit to attention. Good job by Van Ginkel getting here and just kind of tripping him up a little bit, slow him down to let other people get to him. Actually, no one really got to him. He just tripped. Good job. That would have been a much bigger gain if it wasn't for him. You know, I gotta say this too. I wasn't that big a fan of the Andrew Van Ginkel pick. I mean, it was like a 6th round pick, so I wasn't that mad. But he has really come into his own this year. Like, he has really developed well. I have to say that. Brian Flores has done a very good job developing him. And that's why I have so much respect and confidence in him. Because I didn't really like our draft, like even this past year. I didn't really like our draft that much. I mean, we drafted some players I liked, but as far as their value, I felt like we could have done better. But what he's done with those players, it's given me nothing but respect for him. And to be fair, New England's kind of like that too. They make questionable draft choices, but they make it work. Maybe not this year, but... That's a good throw. Coverage was very good. But Sam Darnold gave his guy an opportunity. He didn't catch it, but again, really tight coverage, so I don't blame the receiver at all. Xavier Howard's so fantastic, man. He might be the best. Honestly, who do y'all think is the best player on this team right now? Because regardless of position, I think it has to be either Xavier Howard or Jason Sanders. I think so. I think one of those two is the best player on this team. And I don't think it's close. Great play. They're great gap integrity. Just leaving them nowhere to go. That's what I love to see. Looks like you got a hand on that. Yeah, he tipped that. Is that Van Noy? Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. Next drive. Let's see, it's the last drive of the first half. Interesting. Fantastic. And I know it's the Jets, but it just seem like our run defense got better once Christian Wilkins came back. He just had nowhere to go there. Because it takes at least 2 people to block Christian Wilkins just on his own. Nice. Good job from Jerome Baker there. Reading that well. So, one thing I'm seeing from this set, we've had a lot of success doing that. But one thing I'm noticing, and I get it, when we have this much pressure, we're tending to give the receivers a lot of space, and I do understand it. But a lot of times when we're giving them this much space, especially if we're going to pressure them, if I'm the quarterback, I want to find a way to get rid of the ball quickly. So if they're doing a little crossing route and you're giving me space, that's an easy completion. Or an out route, anything like that. Short routes are going to kind of hurt us. We just have to hope that we can tackle well. But that's not what happens here because Sam Darnold makes a chunk play. But as Denzel Mims decided, he wanted to be great. Just found a hole in the zone there. I think Denzel Mims has the potential to be a really, really good receiver in this league in a few years. Great gap integrity. Raekwon Davis is the one that actually gets it. Beat the shit out of the center. But everybody pretty much got there, man. Just swallowing up running backs. That's what I want to see. Because the thing is, they had some like big plays in the run game, but consistently nothing much. That's kind of what it's been most of the year, to be honest. They'll have a couple splash plays in the running game, and it's going to make fans mad. But for the most part, trying to consistently run the ball against us, not so much. Doesn't really work. Now, when we play the Raiders, we'll see how that goes. He had all day. We're only rushing 3 here. So, I mean, it makes sense. But yeah. Frank Gore is going to break a couple on you. That just kind of is what it is. Good run blocking from the Jets. We just didn't maintain our gaps like we were previously. And you can't expect that to happen every single time. You can't. But 70 yards isn't really killing us. Good coverage from Xavier Howard, who's right on him, and then he's just going to come in here and make sure. I appreciate you. I love our defensive back. I like the whole defense, pretty much. I want to add to it, but just found a little crease right there. It's actually pretty good gap integrity, but Frank Gore, if you leave any tiny little crease, his vision's just so good. He doesn't hesitate. Good job from Byron here. Great coverage. More man. There you go. Raekwon Davis is so nasty in the run game. It's not Raekwon. That's actually Benito Jones, ain't it? No, that's Raekwon. I was right. Why am I questioning myself? But yeah, he's really fantastic in the run game. Nice. Good catch and everything like that, but good job just tackling him before the first down marker there. Nick Needham did get kind of beat there, though. But Nick's actually played pretty well this year, to be honest. I was actually thinking about not re-signing him, but now I kind of want to. I think he's played well enough to earn himself a paycheck this year. What am I doing on time? That's not bad at all. Nice. Good job from Seiler here. He is really coming into his own, too, especially in the run game. I would like another top-tier pass rusher, but unfortunately there really aren't any in this class, this draft class. Not that I've seen so far. Yeah. He just made a really good catch. You can't even really be mad there. Byron was really sticking close to him. He could have reacted a little bit sooner to be able to try to get his hand up there, but Denzel Mims just made a really good play. Can't really be too mad. Great gap integrity here. Raekwon Davis yet again. I appreciate you, sir. Great coverage here as well. Left him nowhere to go. He had to try to climb on Xavier Howard's back. Left him nowhere to go. I love Xavier Howard, man. He gets slept on so hard. He has forever. I want to ask you guys, how many corners in this league do you think are better than Xavier Howard? I'm actually curious. I'd love to hear what your all's thoughts are. Maybe Jalen Ramsey? Maybe. Just by name alone. But I don't think any corner is playing better than Xavier Howard right now, I'm going to be honest. And by the way, we're not talking about careers, because if that's the case, you know, Patrick Peterson, Stephon Gilmore, Richard Sherman, people like that would be above Xavier Howard. But right now, get out of here. Great job from Eric Rowe. I haven't really said your name too much, but yeah, I don't know what Sam Darnold was thinking here. He really should have just thrown this one away, but Sam Darnold doing Sam Darnold things, just throws it straight to Nick Needham. And by the way, his contract is up after this year. Y'all want to re-sign him? Because I kind of do. I don't want to... Here's the thing. I don't want to spend too much money on Nick because I feel like we can replace him fairly easily. But I think he's a really good nickel or dime for you, and we use him a lot. We do a lot of packages where we have Noah Igbenogany, Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, and Nick Needham all out there together. So I wouldn't mind re-signing him. Why am I looking at offense? Let's see, 1, 2, okay. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm going to need you to wrap up there. Who's that? Who's that? X? That was a tough tackle to make, though. Basically, he just needs to read that a little bit quicker. But I'm not too mad at X, because he's for a corner. He's actually a pretty good tackler. But see, this is what I'm kind of talking about with this front. Going short outside is just very easy. These little short curls, they're pretty much going to be open every time because you're giving them so much space. That's something that can be exploited pretty easily. And if you notice, it was open on both sides. The one that made the catch on Byron, but also Perriman was wide open on Xavier Howard too. Just because of the design of the play. So that is something we're going to have to look out for, especially when we play teams with receivers that are really good at getting yak yards. You leave them open like that, that could be disastrous. Like when we play Kansas City, if you do that to Tyreek Hill, you might be in for a bad day. Great job from Nick there, getting his hands on Brashad Perriman. Zex got blocked, but Nick Needham's actually a pretty sure tackler too for a corner. And I actually like Nick Needham now that he's not our actual main corner right now. Like what we use him for, just doing slot things. I like him for that. Great job from Jerome Baker here. Again, I hope he's okay. Cannot afford to be without him. If he has to sit out against Kansas City, that's not Kansas City, but Cincinnati, that's fine, but we need him for Kansas City. Great. Fantastic gap integrity there. Agba and Raekwon Davis really blew that shit up too. I want to ask something. Why was that drop back so slow? I thought I hit the slow motion button on accident. Why does that feel slow to y'all? It felt really slow. And then you're gonna do play action on top of it. That's how you get pressured. That's how you get people in your face. Not bad there. The pressure got there, made him throw an inaccurate pass. I appreciate that. Who was that hit him? That was Agba. How did Agba get free? You're on the left side here. That's not good for your health. You're gonna put tight end to cover Emmanuel Agba. Okay, that's not good for you. But feel free to do that to us next year too, if you want to. All game. Great gap integrity here too. Because they didn't kill us with the run game. They really didn't. They had a couple splash plays, but for the most part, we held our ground. Especially in the second half. Yeah. That's Kyle Van Noy mainly. This is Raekwon Davis right here. I know it's Van Noy that actually gets in there, but look at this. Raekwon Davis is going to eat up both of these blocks so Kyle Van Noy can get free. Then he's still going to get past this guard. Oh, man. What happened there? Yeah, bunch formation. We're giving him space. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's what happens when you continue to give teams space to throw it. That's why, you move effectively against prevent defense too. Just kind of is what it is. Landon Roberts is so good at seeing those gaps and just... I love him for the run game. I really, really do. He's really coming in his own, too. All right, 1, 2, okay. So, 6 more plays. How are we doing on time? This one shouldn't be too long, then. In comparison to some of my others. And coverage. Just swallowed up Sam Darnold. I appreciate that. Landon Roberts is going to run free. Frank Gore is going to do his thing. But now there's nobody in the way of... is that Baker? But also... Siler gets free too. I think it's him. No. Wasn't Siler. Is it Raekwon Davis? No, that's Lawson. That's Shaq Lawson right there. Whatever. It's kind of hard to see at that angle sometimes. It was Raekwon Davis. I was right. I did that twice today. Great coverage. Xavier Howard just sticking right on his man. You're forcing Sam Darnold to be pinpoint accurate if he wants to get that completion. Not that time. Because again, you're giving him space, so those types of routes are going to be... They're going to kill you. They're going to get open. Just is what it is. Okay, so 2 more plays. Right? Yeah. You got this play and then the Xavier Howard interception. Nowhere to go. Great job by Kyle Van Noy, and also just in general, just gap integrity there. Pressure was there, but it wasn't, like, insane. He had time to throw that. But great coverage from Xavier Howard here. Fantastic. Pick number 7 on the year for Xavier Howard. And I think that continues our... Well, actually, Nick Needham did it. That continued our pace of having at least one turnover in 17 straight games. Franchise record. Hopefully we can get another one next week in Cincinnati and break the record. That'd be great. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.